Hello YouTube and welcome to Storyteller Plays West of Loathing. Here's another game that I absolutely love. It is just full of charm and amazing writing, although I can't read, so same issue I've had with the last couple of Let's Plays I've done, I suppose. At time of recording, I've got about 3 episodes left of Pokemon Soul Silver and 5 episodes left of Night in the Woods, so you're not going to see this for a good bit. But it is replacing Pokemon Soul Silver, because I would like to replace a lighthearted game with another lighthearted game. And then when the time comes to replace Night in the Woods, it's going to be something else that I'm probably going to start recording soon as well. You know, just to get all of my eggs in a row, or however the expression goes. Let's just real quick name our character here. Gonna switch to mouse real quick. Satu Poetica, let's go! Play a Satu Poetica? It's like, we're ready to get going, are you? Yeah? I had a strange dream I was choosing a character class. I'm going to go with Beanslinger because of how I intend to play the game. Magic and cooking are inextricably, I wish I could read, intertwined in loathing, and the Beanslinger is the mystical master of both. You've heard there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home, due to most of the cooks having been brutally killed by the cows. Yep, I'm gonna be a Beanslinger. Real quick, let's say hello to our buddy Russell. Get it? Because he's a crow named Russell. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. I'm gonna feed Russell a cricket. And then I'm going to let him go. Russell left. It's time for us to hit the dusty trail as well, after I turn off automatically spend experience points. So the writing in this game is great. I'm going to try not to skip too much, but I'm going to turn this on. After reading the book, I destroyed it by clumsily stepping on it 30 times in the process of trying to pick it up. This hearth really puts the hearth in hearth and home. You're gonna miss Mom's cooking. It's Mom's pie safe. It keeps all her pies safe. And so here's some nerd stuff. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Philosophiae Naturalis Principia. Mathematica. I think it's about math, maybe? Yeah, so just nerd stuff, but I'm gonna pick up his puzzle cube and fiddle with it for another point of experience. Let's go say goodbye to the parents. Your ma smiles warmly and as you approach. I'm leaving now, Ma. I'm not going to give my character that voice. I'm just going to give every other character that voice. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's the book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but is it the one about picking locks? Oh boy. It's like, please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. Gonna come in here. I've already solved that. I'm not paying that much attention. You memorized the entire book. You gained the skill, lockpicking expertise. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go! That hat doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. It's like, his lip quivers a little. Listen, I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's favorite can of beans. It's like, you got the can of infinite beans. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. Let me find this needle in a haystack. Your brother Rufus is standing here, looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him his puzzle and he starts fidgeting with it. Say goodbye. Hey, Rufus, it's time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. Gonna help people, Rufus. You've read the papers. The people out west are in trouble. They need all the help they can get. But it's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year. And that statistic is from before the cows came home. I'll be fine. You worry too much. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. You give him a playful punch on the arm and leave. Goodbye, Rufus. Going west? Yes. Now I'll play through the prologue. I've beaten this game like 4 times. We're not going to talk about the fact that I have a problem. Some of these credits are great. Cinematographer, Victor Thompson. Film editor, Kevin Simmons. Dialect coach, Riff Connor. Stunt Coordinator Wes Cleveland. Key Grip Chris Moyer. Boom Operator Ryan Ike. 200 miles later. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. The West of Loathing extravaganza. It is actually Sunday while I'm recording this. Don't worry, you guys get in for free. I had to buy a ticket. It paid for the entire seat, but you only need the edge. So here we are. In I think this town... What is the name of this town? I can't remember. But let's pick up this turnip. You got a dusty turnip. Now, pro tip for when you're playing West of Loathing for yourself. Always walk into a bunch of cacti. Crap. You got perk? Mostly scabs. It raises your defense, which is pretty useful. Also, don't step in these cow pies, but do pick up this, broken post. I don't remember what it does. But it's been a while since I've played, so that's to be expected. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, where's your hat, dagnabbit? Well, you can't drink here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. I'll check the box. You look through the hat box and find a magical black Stetson that looks like something you'd wear. There we go, I'm a dork. You got item barely enchanted hat and put it on. Thanks, sir. Pete. Thanks, Pete. Say, fella. Yeah? You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so I've played this game 4 times, but never before have I collected all of the spittoons. So you know what? I think I'm going to do it. It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know without even looking into it that it's absolutely disgusting. Well, let's look into it anyway. Yep, it's full of spit, regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and it looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting, and the smell, even from a distance, it smells terrible. Look closer. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into the filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining in the bottom? Get it. You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at the mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Search. You appear to have gotten some kind of a ring, probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations. You got item nasty ring. Hooray. Quality stuff. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you are waiting, you see a sign taped to the back of the wall reading, Reward for lost mugs, 25 meat each. The bartender finally notices you. Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, barkeep named Satu. What brings you to our little backwater? Is that the name of the town, or is he just calling it a backwater town? It's not capitalized, so probably the latter. Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Springs, that's the name of the town. Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town. If you catch my meaning, if you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. The railroad? The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. From back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring. Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. You mentioned errands? Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg. And that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke in from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off, and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. Unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. You got an item, weak fungicide. I'll take care of it. Howdy, I'm Satu. Howdy, Satu, I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm town hostler. How's that working for you? Oh, those horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming. Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh, is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. And me being here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious cycle things. Well, if you need I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One, kind of boring though, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. This woman glares at you. You should probably just let her drink. Howdy. Howdy. Good to see you again, Satu. Who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? Well, that's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. Real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her. Why's that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Ouch. That will come into handy later. I should probably leave him alone. Hello there, goblin guy I can't actually remember the name of. I'm just gonna grab these things and leave. Let's not bother Susie. Let's just step in cow poop while we're at it. Hey there, Sheriff. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. Prim Slim. The what? The sheriff, okay. Blasted. Sign painters. Oh, I'm the sheriff. I didn't read that the first time. Say, how do you don't happen to be looking for work, are you? Would you? Oh, I can't read. As a matter of fact, I am. Great, because I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here that call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and they took the cell door with them. It ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to fetch it back for me. Okay, I'll give it a shot. It's like, funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you. To keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. You got item, deputy pistol. Deputy, you deputized your gun? You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do around here except drink. Here, let me write down the Fricker Gang's hideout for you. He makes a little note on your map. You discover a new map location, the Fricker Gang's hideout. Got it, I'll be back with the door. Pick up the mug. You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, Cactus Man. Howdy yourself, and name's Bill, Cactus Bill. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. And that's why they call you Cactus Bill? No, that's just a coincidence. So this is what I'm talking about when I say this game has amazing writing. Oh, does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus? Oh, haha. No, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it's a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything on you, do you? It's like, let's give him the newspaper. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What can I do in return? Oh, I know, my shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at the Orehole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find use for it. Behind the Orehole Mine, outhouse at Orehole Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it. Now if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. There you go, buddy. Now I don't actually have the location to Orehole Mine yet. I'm gonna come over here and talk to the town hostler. BS Horsery. We pick this up. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All my horses keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, God, yes. Thank you. Please. I'd go fetch her myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many are there? 3. Here, let me see your map. They pretty much always run away to the same places. He draws little pictures on your map. You discover a new map location, Orehole Mine, Boring Springs Boneyard, not Graveyard, and Thousand Snake Gulch. Why these places? I think they like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed them some of these oats. That should send them back here. How does it work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. This is the most typical horse you've ever seen. Wrong button. Actually, do I have anything in here I can use? Yeah, not particularly. Let's open up my stats. Don't have a lot of experience points. Gumption. Glamour. I can't put a point into outfoxing. So let's just go to Thousand Snake Gulch real quick. Ouch. The snake looks sleepy, but not that sleepy. Let's attack it. Now this game is actually a pretty competent RPG. Oh, the plank is just a weapon. I guess that's fair. It hits pretty hard. And so obviously I'm going to leave in all important story elements, but I'm going to do a lot of editing out of just repetitive combat. Unless I say something funny, which is unlikely to happen. Because I'm me. The snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. Whoa, they're quick. Let's go ahead and throw up a beam shield and shoot it. Nice work. If the whole cowboy thing doesn't work out, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. Let me just drink up real quick. This horse has gone snake crazy. Or maybe he was some other kind of crazy before. Approach him. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now. That it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. And pat his nose. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit, okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I've got a little treat for you. You feed the crazy horse some of the humming oats and it gallops away with a whinny, or rather, a whinny-ergle. Hopefully, he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring, 1806 through 1885. He was actually a really interesting guy. Here's another mug. Oh, I don't have a shovel yet. Let's go to Oil Mines. I got the shovel. Let's dig through, collect this meat, grab a mug. More meat. Now this is a pretty interesting part here. It's like the mechanism is labeled Cargo Elevator Control. A poster on the wall behind reads, Level 1, Blasting Caps. Level 2, Plungers, both kinds. Level 3, Tools. We're actually going to need something off of all 3 floors, but let's do this. Dang it, looks like you're going to need a crowbar to pry open the crates. Let's go to level 3 then. Pick the lock, obtained a crowbar. Let's go to level 2. This game is great. Some blasting caps. Let's go to level 2. I was on level 1 the first time. I don't know why I said level 2. There we go. Detonation plunger. You can't put the plunger. Okay. Blasting cap. And boom! More meat. Take this up, silver nugget. You see a dark horse, barely. Approach. Hey there, girl. It's okay, I'm a friend. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverted its way from you. Away from you. I can't read. Reassure her. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poisoned or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. You reach out your hand to pat her on the nose. The horse ducks and steps further away back in the shadows. Oh, come on. Nay. You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go, yum yum. Snort. She slides away from you and warily, and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Look, they're fine, okay? See? You take a handful from the bag and toss them into your mouth. Ugh. It's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever, eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food, don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Geez, these are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. I can't read. See, perfectly fine. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her on the nose. But she doesn't actually flee, so that's something. There's a good girl, Winnie. Feed her the oats. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn around to look, but you don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, okay then. After I got this recorded, I'm going to have to go to sleep, because I am more than a little bit tired. Anyway, now that I've got my shovel, let's go back to Boiling Springs Boneyard. Do I have any points to spend? Let's spend some on mythicality. Let's see here, grit. The extent to which you're truly gritty, the higher, tougher you'll be. I probably should have spent it on outfoxing, because I think I need it for something later. I'll get more experience points. 8 hot damage, he's got 20 points of health. Shield will probably benefit me more here. And then I'll just keep shooting at him. Yeah, shield was a good idea. You put a stop to Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. Let's equip that. Wrong button. Old cavalry dagger. What were the stats on the board? Yeah, cavalry dagger's better. A scuffle it is. Timothy Chokran, 1855 through 1895, devoted husband. Elizabeth Chokran, 1887 through 1895, beloved daughter. Silas Chokran, 1895 through 1895, a baby. Yeah, that would do it. Your pulse quickens as you get to the. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky translucent horse. Approach her. You approach the weirdly semi-transparent horse cautiously, so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there. Hi, I'm a friend, okay? No. That's a little strange. How did you, That is a little strange how you did that without opening your mouth. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from freezing. Still very cold, brr. Still very cold. It's like, yep, still cold, brr. You get the idea. Feed her the oats. Here you go, girl. Have some oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she just sort of stares right through you, brr. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. I should probably just snort. It is for the, audience here. Okay, I'm never doing that again. That was uncomfortable. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have anything handy to grind up bones with. Grave dirt? Weird. Is that a yes? Weird, okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them, and then eats them. No. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Bizarre. Let's head back to Boring Springs. And I'm going to want to pick up a point in gumption real quick. Not gumption, outfoxing, because I think it's useful for what I'm about to do. Let me just real quick scoop up all the cow poop. Or horse poop. Yep. Wrong button. Outfoxing. I spent it on Hellbender. I did that on purpose, but I spaced out. There we go. Let's go to the Fricker Gang's hideout. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a nap. Wake him up. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is, well, let's just say he's no Rhodes Scholar if you assume that it's 7 years from now, and that idiom makes sense. You feel bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike. Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. You got the perk Honorable. Finders keepers. Loose mug, pair of cufflinks, and some meat. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. I also sleep in cold water. It helps me sleep in the summer. Tie him up. You cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one of them with an eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and that squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Approach them and talk. I'm just here for the door. It's like, who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? I just want the door. It's like, I'll show you the door to hell. Okay, looks like it's a fight. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get past these guys without actually having to fight them. I just don't know what it is. Okay, I'm going to want to kill this guy real quick because that gun looks like it'll do a lot of damage. And this guy here can't hit the broadside of a barn, so I should be good. Oh, he hit me. The leaders of the Fricker Gang are dead by your hands. The sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. Time to recover the sheriff's door. There's a mug on the table. Grab it. Grab some meat and the door. Let's head out. There is a way to take them in without killing them. I just don't remember what it is. I thought you needed outfoxing, but it could be something else. Step right up, step right up. Braid's the name and Trade's the game. You seriously doubt his name is Braid. Howdy. Howdy. Braid, what are you trading? Well, sir, today I'll be trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning Skinner who brought me 3 rattlesnakes' hides, well, to that adventurous soul, I'll trade a fine silver pocket watch. Now, I've killed the snakes before getting the skinning knife, so I can't actually do that. But it's just really worth money anyway, I think. Okay, I've got the soap. Let's go do the sheriff thing real quick. Then I'm gonna go talk to the hostler. That's not what I want to do. I walked past the sheriffs to get here. I just am stupid. I see the Fricker Gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll round them up shortly then. It looks like I owe you a reward. He produces a big bag of meat. You gain 400 meat. Got another little task for you if you got some time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What do you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new one. I just so happen to have one. That'll do nicely. The sheriff puts the lock on the cell door and accidentally drops the key. And it clatters into this cell. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger? You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. There you go, dude. I unlocked your cell for you. The sheriff walks into the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you kindly, stranger. If Boring Springs ever gets any more criminals, they'd better watch out. That's a good job you done. Don't mention it. Here. Have this souvenir of your time at Boring Springs. You got a replica sheriff badge. Or sheriff badge, rather. Okay, I desperately need sleep, and it's almost time to call this episode as it is. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. Sure thing. Looks like my pale horse is back, safe. Thanks for your help. Anytime. Thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? It's like, not that I noticed. That's all of them. I can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. You gained 100 meat. Thanks. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? You said something about an injury. Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how. It's embarrassing. I was going to get Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office, said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or... I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. I see. Well, I happen to have gotten a bottle of Nurse Whiskey from the, cellar. Whiskey delivery for Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey. Didn't know she was making house calls. Alright, hold on. You hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Enter the house. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey, stat. Give it to her. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask. She takes out of her pocket. She then puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Okay, point taken. Hey, Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to. Not that they're gonna do much good in a doomed, forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. Check out the books. The Legend of Curly's Meat. The book tells you of the legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat scattered in a hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. I don't care about that one. And I now learn how to speak Goblin tongue. Is everything alright? Depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so she glares at you meaningfully. So, what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart. And you ask me what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that. Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living? Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind. But how is that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh, ouch. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Buddy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh, indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. The doc sighs exasperatedly. I can't read. Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a feller out west causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly he's sending magic into the world somehow. Magic like beanslingers use? I never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be a hell of a can of beans. What now? About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him? Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery? Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid? You aren't that old. Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing, anyway. Beats locking yourself up in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away. Then she shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west all by myself chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible? Like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. A spark brightens in her eyes. All right, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. And if you want to know why I spent so much time doing that, it's because I'm actually going to take Doc Alice with me. Found these mugs. That's a lot of meat. What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I got all kinds of things. For instance, I've been mining these mountains longer and don't actually care. I'm just gonna sell them a bunch of nuggets and leave. Are you Susie Chakran? How do you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen. Saw the whole damn thing and couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was cows. Cows, right? I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows, not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that we used to be a cow ranch, and they attacked. Couple days ago. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and a fire started out back by the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What did you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here, and no desire to stay. I can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was my ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Yeah, I'll go get it. Let's go get that for her real quick, although I am leaving with Doc Alice. So this is what it looks like when the cows attack. You can hear mooing even. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. Nope, can't open that. Got a varmint skinning knife, should have gotten that earlier. These pies were not safe. This thing looks angry. You're not gonna make it to that safe without dealing with it. Let's deal with it then. It's the Chakran family's gun safe. I'll grab Susie's rifle. Let's go return that. And then head out. You found my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here it is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeve across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Satu. Thanks, Satu. Can't rightly say what it means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, then looks back at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallow in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. Let's go back to the BS horsery for the last time. It's like, afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? I'd like to buy a horse. Give me the spooky pale one. It's like, good choice. That's a good horse. If you like that sort of thing, I'll sell her for 1,000 meat. What sort of thing? You know, spooky stuff. Spooky stuff? I don't want to get into particulars. Let's just say a certain tone. Ooh, mysterious. I'll take her. Let's name her Spook. Yep. Alright then, Spook the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, and I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. You got a map of the southeast west map. The southeast west map? And this is West of Loathing, so I'm not surprised. I can't think of anything else I should go. Let's ride Spook out of town. Yep. Let's take Doc Alice and hit the trail. You have discovered the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Camp. Ah, Dirtwater. The first day of the rest of your life. But I'm going to end this episode here, because I'm exhausted. It's probably obvious at this point. Like the video if you enjoyed. Thanks for making it this far. Subscribe, but you really don't have to. My content is trash, and farewell.